Hi crafters, this is Crafty Sabby, and today I'm here to share whether this works or not. I don't know, but I've been watching a lot of eco dyeing videos, and I thought I would give this a try. So we're going to see if it works. So I'm in my kitchen, and I have a big humongous pot. It's a very old pot, filled with some water. And there's some white vinegar in there also, and I don't know, I just kind of poured it in, so it could be about a half a cup, maybe a little more, of white vinegar. And there's a rusty old chain inside of there. I don't know the whole chemical reasons why any of this works, but I've been just watching the videos, and people have been putting rusty metal objects into their pot. And it must have something to do with the rust and some sort of chemical reaction with the vinegar and the ability to stain your papers with the, I guess, the flowers and such that you might be using. So some reason it works, and so we're going to give it a try. So that's what's in there. I'm just waiting for that to come to a bit of a boil before I put my papers in. So I'm going to try it this way. I missed the first step in showing you guys, but really I just took sheets of paper and I went outside in my yard and I collected some flowers that I thought might work. Right now in Canada here, dandelions are running rampant, so they're yellow and they're bright yellow and they're, you know, really quite beautiful, but they're everywhere. So I'm hoping that yellow comes out on the paper. Ferns just came out in my forest area there, so there you can see some of them sticking out there. Inside this one, which you can't see, I'm sorry that I haven't showed you any of this now, but my son had bought me some pink roses, and so I put some of the petals in there. Also, I believe I have some wild violets, little purple violets, in one of these as well, and lilacs. We have our lilac trees are all blooming here, and so there's some purple lilacs inside this one as well. So when this comes to a boil, I'm going to put the paper in, and then I'm going to turn it down to a simmer and let it go for about, I don't know, 45 minutes or an hour. We'll see what happens, and then if this all works, I will be back to show you the results of my eco dyeing project. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay guys, so nothing too exciting. This is about halfway, so about a half an hour has gone by, and it's just like a slow rolling, well, no, it's not a boil, I guess just a simmer really. So I don't know if I mentioned that I chose to roll the papers. Once all the flowers were inside the sandwiches of paper, I decided to roll them, and I used just elastic bands to keep it closed. And I've seen a couple people do it this way as opposed to laying them out flat. So I thought I would give this a try first and see what happens. So this is experiment number 1, and we'll see what happens, okay? So I will be back in about a half hour to check on this. Okay guys, so I got a little carried away doing some work outside and realized that I was just over, it's 12:30 now, so these papers have been in here for just over an hour, about an hour and 20 minutes. And what I did notice was that the water got a lot dirtier looking. So I don't know if this is enough time or too much time. I have no idea, but I guess that's what this is all about. So I'm trying to pull this out with my left hand. So here's the first one. It looks horrible, but we'll see. Just let the water drain out. Sorry, I have a aluminum tray that I'm just going to rest that in. I'm just going to pull this one out. I'm guessing the chains were pretty dirty. That's what some of this stuff on here might be. Okay, and we'll just put this one here. Okay, So I'm just going to let those rest and cool down because they're way too hot to handle right now. And yeah, so I will come back and we will look at the end result. Okay guys, so the papers have cooled a little bit, and I just took the elastics off of this roll and opened it up. So this is what it looks like. This happens to be the one, seems to be an awful lot of like black in there, which I don't know if that came from the chains or what, but this is the paper that I did with the rose petals and pieces of the rose are here. And so I don't know if it's going to look any better. It doesn't look that great right now, but I'll continue to take all of those pieces off. So I'm guessing that the purple black is coming from lilac, which this is what that was. Here. So I don't know how I'm going to feel about it once it's dry, because right now I'm not too crazy about the whole thing. But we'll see. There's a lot of purple in there. So I'm going to clean them all up and let them dry, and then I'll show you the end result of those. So this is the other one that I did with the dandelion and fern. So you can see the fern underneath the first piece of paper. It's hard to get them apart when they're wet. Okay. So I can see something there. I can see pieces like the fern impression on there. So maybe once that's dry, it'll be pretty. And that's the fern right there. So this had dandelion in it as well, so I was kind of hoping that there'd be a little more yellow, and I do see some. Maybe you can't see it now, but once it's dry I will let you guys know how it turned out. Oh, that's so neat. I can see the dandelion impression there. So cool. Okay, so it's a hot mess right now, so I'm going to take all of this stuff off and let the papers dry up, and I will be back with the end result, okay? Okay guys, so this is how the paper turned out. Not really too sure how I feel about the way they look. They also smell kind of funny, and I don't know if that's the chain and the vinegar combination, but I'm not crazy about the way that they smell. I don't know. I find them kind of, so I don't know if it's just the combination of what I used. This is the lilac and the roses, and as much as I love the purple, which probably doesn't look like purple, it looks like a marbling effect, which is kind of nice, but for the most part I don't really see any actual images of the flowers. So I'll just quickly go through some of them. There's like some rusty color on the back. On that back of that one you can see some more of the lilac. Yeah. Maybe in the fall with the leaves it might be better, but we'll see. And there's some petals there from the rose. That looks like some rust from the chain maybe, and I got a hole in there. So that was the one with the lilac and rose. And now these are the ones that I got from just the fern and dandelion. I'm not sure if you can see anything there. These are kind of neat. I was hoping they'd be a little more green and yellow, but I didn't really get that. You can see the fern on here really nicely. So I like that. Probably try that again. Some of them don't look like much of anything at all. Just a crumply piece of paper. There's some dandelion, the head of a dandelion right there. That's kind of neat. And the stems maybe. So this is what I was hoping for a little bit more, is the yellow that actually came off. So that was quite nice. So I see it can happen, so I probably try to work with that a little bit more. That's what I was hoping for. And more fern. And yeah, oh, that's kind of neat. So yeah, that's about it there. So altogether, I think I got about 16 sheets of paper. And that's it, you guys. So that's my go at eco dyeing. I don't know really, like I said, how I feel about it. I'm not sure. I'll try it again. I might try with some other things. Like I said, maybe leaves would be better. But so that's it. Hope you guys are all well, and we'll talk to you real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.